Hey, my name's Ben Kampmeier. I get to serve as the lead pastor at Corinth Reformed Church in Byron Center, Michigan. And for Whiteboard Wednesday, I want to share with you something that really is the product of mentorship. And so when I became a lead pastor, I never knew how much I would need this. This is something that was shared with me by my longtime mentor friend, Bob Bouwer, senior pastor at Faith Church in Indiana and Illinois. And it's a simple relational tool. This is something that you can use. I use all the time. I teach it to our leaders. When someone comes to you and says, Pastor, I don't like whatever, and fill in the blank. And it's called L.U.V.I. L.U.V.I is just a simple acronym, allows us to be able to respond more than react to that conversation that we have when that person comes and says that thing to you and you feel your heart rate go up a little bit. And so this has been so good for me, especially in my first year of leading from the first chair. And so here's how L.U.V.I works. It's kind of a pathway through conversation. When someone comes and says, I want to talk to you about something, I'm not happy about whatever that is, first you listen. It seems obvious, but I know for myself that there has to be a level of accountability where I have to stop in that moment and decide, yes, I'm truly going to listen to that person. I'm not going to formulate my response while they're talking. I'm going to hear them. And that's key for relationship because this person matters, even if I disagree with them or the thing that they're bringing is not the thing that I want to deal with at the moment. You start by listening, and then you move on to the U, which is understand. And the best way that I've been taught to do this is after hearing the person, they've sort of finished, they've vented, they've shared, you say, okay, this is what I heard you say. Repeat it back to them and have them confirm for you that you understood them fully. And that'll help them feel cared for, which I think is important. Thirdly, the V, and this one's key. This is how we respond and not react, and how we remember our role as pastors as well, is we validate. And I don't mean in a patronizing way, validate the person and tell them something that's not true. If you disagree with what they're sharing, you can disagree with, but find the one thing or the two things in their complaint or their criticism that's true. Because we know it's always the case that those things are a reality, that there are things that we're blind to and we need to be aware of. And so we can say to that person, you know what, here's something that you said that I feel like is really valid and I want to take under consideration and something that I'll be thinking and praying about. Going through those first three, that loves the person, L-U-V, and it allows them to feel like they matter. And it's not a means toward an end, but it is key as a leader to really be able to hear what's going on. And then it allows you to move to the I, which is, I tell my leaders all the time, you gotta get to I, which is influence. And that means in the midst of that conversation, you've listened well, you've understood, you've validated them in the things that are true, and then now hear the I, this is what matters. And it's not about changing their mind, but it's about taking that opportunity in conversation to give a why for the thing that they're maybe frustrated or discouraged by, to look at a different way of thinking about it, to provide even a scriptural basis. If it's a relational thing with someone else the person's frustrated by, tell them, hey, have you gone and talked to that person like Jesus says in Matthew 18? Influence is key. And I think at the end of all that, even if you and the person don't come to an agreement, they'll feel heard, and you as a leader, you're going to feel like you've loved them well, you've done your job, and walking this path of L.U.V.I is a great way to engage with that person. So I hope it's as helpful to you as it is to me. Thanks so much. Have a great day.